This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressed in all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Love's my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die. We ain't gon' run, no we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Love's my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup. By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with Andrew Luck and the Indianapolis Colts. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Check out. Right, 40. Switch up, switch up.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got? Mexico. Give me some. Give me some.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Naheem Hines. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now a run with Mack. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check out. Line, 674. 59. I got you. I got you. 12.
They'll try the air now with Locke. Complete to Hilton. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
A gain of 13 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag. Because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Love. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
7 yards there and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 12-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Luck. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kevin Byard, the Middle Tennessee Blue Raider, gets the sack.
Well, no chance to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Luck. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. You really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard. That's about it. But as long as he's booting him the way he's booting him, keep going, big guy.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Kill. Check it back.
This is Dion Lewis now in his 9th NFL season. And they string that play out nicely. He's stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike. You gonna see me in your
From the gun, Mariota. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 20. Touchdown, Titans. Adam Humphries. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have taken the lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
extra point up and good by Succa. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get...
He's got a man, complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
As far as I'm concerned, Andrew Luck can do it all. I mean, he's an underrated runner. Toughness in the pocket, strong and stout, but let's face it, the money, that comes from his arm.
And smart, valedictorian of his high school class in Houston, then he goes to Stanford. He's got it all. On first down, it's Hines. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Check out. Line 40. 54. Watch the curl.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They get the all-pro guard there, Quentin Nelson.
Let's go.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Check back.
Luck now to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Mike, 55.
Back to throw. Luck. Taken in by the tight end, Doyle. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Out of the gun, Luck. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Again, Luck. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
Like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Throwing on second down, Mariota. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mariota now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's first and 10. Now Lewis here on first down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it 2nd and 7. From the 44, Mariota. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
On first down, it's Lewis, and he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the Colts 26-yard line.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Now Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. If you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job. Finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
I'm scared. Shit.
From the 30 on second down, Luck. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
675. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
On second and 12, Luck. That's caught out left by Perriman. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. That's caught inside the 20. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. They'll run on first down. Mack. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The cornerback, it's Logan Ryan who brings him down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the gun on third down, Luck. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things...
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
622. Mike 55. Mike 51.
On first down, it's Hines. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Monday. Pilot, 64, weak. Check. Kill. Whip. Watch the whip.
They run with Hines. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 3.
Luck gives this one off to Mack. And they'll get him down right about the 20.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now it's Hines. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
59.
They'll run here with Mack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Watch the out.
2 minutes remaining in the 1st half. 10-7, our score. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
59 Mike. Check, 59. Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Luck. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. Hey, check. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Shoot.
One.
To throw is Mariota. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Check out. Ready. Let's go.
On the draw, Luck's going to give this to Mack. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to run with.
They'll run on first down. Hines, and he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
On 2nd down and 4, Luck looking middle, and it's incomplete.
A good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play, because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Luck. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Three. 53's the mark. 53. Check.
Mariota now from the 50. And this one caught by Delaney Walker. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Titans efficient passing on this drive. There's another 1st down. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down Broadway. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Rigoberto Sanchez set to kick off.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
I got you.
Mariota now to throw on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? On first down, it's Lewis. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Let's go. Jim, three. One. 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 8.
And what is going on here? I've got third down. Screen shows third down, but they've got the punt team out there. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
The Colts take over.
We got this.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On 2nd and 15 now. Luck looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
Here's Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Luck defers to Mack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Mack. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The big man, Jarrell Casey, in on the stop. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Hines. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Wesley Woodyard there on the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Love. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They'll run on 1st down. It's Mack. They'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. A good, sustained drive there in this third quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3, 58, come on. 58.
Mariota. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. One. Tighten up.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You talk about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now here's a throw, and that's Taywan Taylor with it. And he makes it all the way down to the 13-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. 42 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are back within a single score. Suck up for the extra point. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Set the tone, defense.
They'll start on the ground with Hines. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Love. And this is incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Love. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Colts.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
Luck now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. This is Hines. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
674. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. We won't this.
From the 50, it's Love. Ebron caught left side. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Back now in Nashville. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the 4th. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Love. He'll find Hines out of the backfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Mariota now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Mariota on the delay to Henry, and he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Mariota Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Give the sack to Kamoko Toure.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Here's Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, they'll stay with Mack on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd and 9, Luck. A look over the middle, and he's got Perriman. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. To throw is Luck. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. They give him a gain of 37.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now it's Luck. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
And was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Again, Luck. Caught left side by Hilton. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On first down, Hines, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Naeem Hines with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. A big seam, and he might go all the the 30, 10, and he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. From end zone to end zone, it's a 106-yard return. And the Titans are able to cut into that deficit. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Extra point put through by Succo, and they're able to cut this deficit down to 12.
24.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Let's go. You tighten up.
Throwing is Locke. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 12 yards there and a first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Locke. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That could really, really be demoralizing.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
It's now 2nd and 6.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they're going to have a third down. And they'll indeed take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up fourth down.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And I know I'm not breaking any news when I say that any road win in this league is a good one.
No doubt.
But